you can maintain your integrity and your dignity and your sense of humanity no matter where you are. That's what I learned in prison. Hi, I'm Dr. V. Boykin, a former single mom, stripper, felon, now doctor, keynote speaker, and author of Fix Your Face and Watch Your Tone, Women Know What's Needed. I help marginalized communities achieve a more equitable personal and professional experience. I came across something that I didn't know I still had and wasn't expecting to see, and it kind of shook me, and I wanted to share it with y'all. This is my commissary slip from when I was incarcerated. There's actually two of them here. It fell out of a book that I was looking through, um, and uh, and I was shocked. The date on this is December 2nd of 2003. And you can see my location was C44, um, cell block C44. And it really struck me. So one is $13.95. So it was for pecan rolls, soda, mint sticks, Cinnabons, tortilla chips, a nutty bar, Cajun chips, and a Chico stick. I can tell you a lot of the stuff I don't eat anymore, probably because I ate it here. Some of it I still do. And the other one is for vanilla zingers, Tootsie Rolls, barbecue chips, and Snickers bars, $5.10. Number one, I'm extremely fortunate that I even had money on the books to go to commissary, right? Like that in and of itself meant I had a privileged status while I was incarcerated. And I owe my friends and my family a great deal of appreciation for that. The second thing is what I also remember is it literally being winter, it being very cold. I remember not having a jacket. I remember having thin white cotton clothing to wear, and you had to stand in line outside for a commissary. And usually you had to miss lunch for it because the commissary run and the lunch run were at the same time. So it's one or the other. Also, when you went to the commissary store, the things weren't always in stock. So if you didn't make a very long list, you wouldn't get everything. If you didn't have enough money in your account, they would randomly decide what you did and didn't get. And if they didn't have anything, you would go home or back to your cell with nothing, not your home, your cell. And so there's a couple things I learned from that I wanted to share. Number one, you can maintain your integrity and your dignity and your sense of humanity no matter where you are. Number two, everyone, regardless of circumstances, has and is a human with humanity intact. They may have made terrible decisions. They may not be your type of human, but they still are a human being. And how we treat and how we relate to each other is what makes us uniquely human. And with that privilege and responsibility comes a lot of hopeful introspection. It also means we're not so different from each other at the end of the day, as much as you might like to think that we are or think that you're better. There were people in there with me that were rich, that were not wealthy, that were educated, that didn't have formal education. There were people in there that were kind. There were people in there that were unkind. There were people in there that were remorseful. There were people in there that had not yet reconciled what had occurred that got them there. But this was December 2nd, which means it was just a couple days past my birthday, not that long after Thanksgiving, and heading the corner for Christmas and New Year's. And I was without my kids. And I remember the feeling of desperation. And what I want to say is that circumstances change. The thing that we think all the time is, oh, this changed and it's so bad, but things also change for the better. And learning more about yourself as you go through each one of these experiences that you have is the most critical key piece of advice I can give anyone. Understand yourself more. As you go through trials, as you go through chosen challenges, understand yourself more. Offer yourself a bit more compassion and extend that compassion to others. I try very hard to disagree and distance myself from people before I am cruel and before I am unkind. I don't always get there, but that's my intent and that's my hope. And I also have the hope that other people will choose to distance themselves, set boundaries versus impact someone else's mental state or someone else's right to be or someone else's right to express themselves. I don't have to agree with you in order to support you and create a safe space for you. That's what I learned in prison. There is no one better or worse than me. And there is no one that I can judge without truly understanding what they've been through. And there is no one that doesn't deserve recognition of being a human, even if I can only do that for you from afar. I also learned that truly what you put out in the world is what you can get back. And that if you meet the world with violence and you meet the world with anger, it's a lot easier for you to find violence and it's a lot easier for you to find anger. So choose wisely and check in on yourself. Figure out who you are before you start putting guardrails in place to judge others. And that's just from me and an unexpected and quite jarring commissary slip that I found when it slipped out of a book. Thanks so much. If you liked or learned from this content, please subscribe or comment below and be a part of spreading the word and helping grow my channel. Thank you.